I'm John Novak from Team 16 in Mountain Home, Arkansas. I work for Baxter Healthcare, who's our major sponsor, as an engineer.
I'm Meredith Novak. I'm also with Team 16 in Mountain Home, Arkansas. I'm also the Arkansas affiliate partner for First Lego League. And I'm with the Science and Technology Group, which is a nonprofit corporation. I'm a full-time volunteer. I don't work for a corporation because I do this all the time. So we also sponsor FTC teams, and we have VEX teams also.
How did you become involved in the first program? And feel free to tell any stories.
You want his story or my story? Yeah. We we were dating, and he said, well, I have this thing for robots. And I was like, that is very strange and scary, but I'm stupid. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to hear about this thing for robots. And so he signed me up to volunteer at our Lego tournament. And this was in 2001, I guess. I guess he thought it would run me off, but it was like the most fun I had ever had. So I'm wow, this is great. I'm going to do this, whatever this. So I forced him to marry me, and so we both have a thing for robots now. So.
Please describe the most influential mentor or mentors that you've had in your career.
You can do that one.
Well, probably my most influential mentor was my father as I grew up. And I had a passion for being able to take things apart and maybe sometimes put them back together, usually not. But my father encouraged me to just be inquisitive and keep trying to figure things out, and I just naturally did that. So as I grew up, I looked for ways to be able to help other people see how things work and see how to make things better, just as a natural evolution, I guess.
And John's been doing this since 1996, I guess, right? So he's been at this a really long time.
If you can, please relate any interesting stories or two about the experience you've had with your mentor.
Well, I guess maybe I can segue. My father was my influence when I got into school, into junior high and high school. I had a science teacher that took over as technically challenging me. And he allowed me to fail and try again and fail and try again. And through my father's encouragement and my science teacher's encouragement, they brought me to a point of just being able to understand what I really wanted to do in life, and that's where I want to go, is to help other students as they grow up try to figure out really what they want to do out there, not just go to college, not just get to the next step, but where they want to go out there past all of the growing.
Pretend you're advertising for mentors. Please make an appeal to recruit other professionals to become mentors. How would you do that? Encourage other people to become part of the first program.
I'll let you do that.
Wow. It's tough because, we don't talk about how long are we going to do this or what is the limit that we're going to do this. I mean, every once in a while I'm like, we can't do this anymore. I mean, but we keep doing it because it's addictive. A lot of it is, I like kids, and I'm an old person now, and inside I'm a young person, so a lot of it for me, the appeal is to get to be around young people because I like young people, and old people that are cranky old people drive me crazy, and it seems like old people that are around young people are a lot more fun. And so a lot of it is just the appeal to me is I like kids, and they're so excited and they're so new, and it's a new crop every year, and you just never kind of know what you're getting, and they never know what they're getting, and so it's more than just making the world better, and which is all that too, but it's fun. This is what we do for fun. This is our family activity. I have 2 kids on teams. We don't have a vacation that doesn't involve a robotics event, which is pretty sad, I guess, but it's fun.
We usually wind up getting involved with, there's a team of students that are doing all of this first stuff, but you always get a personal relationship with 1 or 2 that's just, you can't say no to them.
And you should sometimes, I guess. But you can't. We've had students, I have kids here on my high school team that I've had since Lego. And it's so neat to see those kids who used to be this tall, and now they're way taller than I am, to see them mature and grow. And the thing that encourages me is to see their character grow. I'm not an engineering mentor, my background's in business, but I'm interested in their character. And when I see them make good decisions, you know, I know our country's a little better off in the future because these children have character that's being developed in them. And so much of FIRST is not just about the robots. It's about building character and being excellent. And there's not enough emphasis in our culture today on excellence. And this is about excellence is rewarded, it's celebrated, and that's important. So, sorry.
What was your most rewarding experience or experiences as mentors?
Well, as mentors, I guess I was thinking about a girl that really grew up in another place, and she traveled like 60 miles each way to be able to be on a FIRST team. And so she kind of got her start from not really knowing what she wanted to do in life to really wanting to be an engineer. And I've got to know her as she was graduating and helped her work her way through college. And just seeing her go from no hope of future just from her cultural background to being able to, now I think she's an upper level management in a company at the age of about 30, barely over 30. So she's been able to just blossom from a start with FIRST, from not even knowing what she wanted to do, to a successful career.
And she's a person of high character also. So, I had something I was going to say and I forgot. What was it?
About?
I don't know. Well, yeah, like I said, I have personal kids on the team. And for me, it's so neat. My daughter's a senior this year. And for her, she's shy and a little bit awkward. And for her to be able to go out here and interact with these people that are really kind of scary, important people, and they come up to her and they know who she is and they treat her like an equal, you know, that is so amazing for her level of confidence. And all these students, they go back home. We live in a small town. You know, we have one high school in our town, and they say, I met, you know, Dr. Don Eigler. And some people actually know who that is, and they're like, wow, you know, and for these kids who live in a small town to be able to come and interact with these really impressive people who, you know, will change their futures forever is an amazing thing that kids just don't get. And, you know, they want to worship this rock star or that sports figure. And our kids are like, wow, Woody Flowers was here, you know, and that's really neat to see for me.
We're also working on a new project for women in technology. Encouraging women to seek careers in engineering is very important to the Cal Robotics team. What appeal would you make to encourage female students to take part in organizations similar to FIRST and the engineering industry in general?
So you're the engineer, I'm the woman. Which one of us handles that?
You can start.
No, you go.
Well, we struggle with our culture in our area of the country. We struggle with getting girls interested in being on the team. But that's where I think that what's neat about FIRST also is, sure, it's about robotics and engineering, but there's also the whole business side, the
Chairman's Award.
Right, all of the documentation and
the girl
selling the team, those types of things that girls really like to be involved in. Although, you know, we always have one or two technical girls around, but the whole idea of just creating adult set of kids that are responsible and can think on their feet to make a difference out in society. And girls, like I say, struggle a little bit in our culture, but it's something we struggle with, I think, all the time.
It is. I was just talking to a team, a chairman's team, and they have half girls and half boys, and I'm like, how do you do this? Because we don't, and it's something we have trouble with, and I personally, think about a lot. And they don't really have an answer. Maybe they live in a big city and we live in a small rural town. It's a cultural thing, and people can say women are half the workforce and women are this and women are that, and it's not discrimination against women necessarily, like professionals don't think women are as good at this. It's just a difficult kind of cultural paradigm to turn around. And I don't think anybody's malicious or thinks women are as smart as men, but it's still a struggle in our society for women to go into technical careers. It just is a fact. Now, the answer to that, I don't really know. This is a good answer to that. I mean, there's a lot more women going into technology because of FIRST than without FIRST. Is it done perfectly? No. And that's something that, we still struggle with, obviously, but it's better than it was, so we're doing something good.
All right, thank you very, very much. That was great.
Okay.